Good morning, students. Welcome you all once again to my English class. Students, today I am going to use another technique to teach you. As you can see the big screen behind me, with the help of this, I would like to teach you the chapter. A chapter from your English literature, Beehive. Chapter number 4, and the title, as you can see on the screen, A Truly Beautiful Mind. A truly beautiful mind. This is a story about Albert Einstein. We know Albert Einstein as one of the very popular scientists of our world. Students, this is the title of the chapter is A Truly Beautiful Mind. So today we are going to talk about the life and the deeds, whatever Albert Einstein had done in his life. So let's move on. Albert Einstein was born on 14th March 1879 in the German city of Ulm, without any indication that he was destined for greatness. On the contrary, his mother thought Albert was a freak. To her, his head seemed much too large. See, with the opening line, we have come to know that Albert Einstein was born on 14th March 1879 in Germany, and the city where he was born, that is Ulm, the name of the city. So, like other child, he was not normal. Rather, his mother thought that he was a freak. The word freak means a word used disapprovingly to talk about a person who is unusual and doesn't behave, look or think like others. So students, he was not like other child. He was abnormal. And who said? His mother herself told it, that he was a freak. So students, just move to the next slide. At the age of 2.5, as Einstein still wasn't talking. When he finally did learn to speak, he uttered everything twice. Einstein did not know what to do with other children, and his playmates called him Brother Boring. So students, in the second slide, what we come to know, at the age of 2.5, means till this age he was not able to speak properly. So he started speaking in a very very late. Okay, he started speaking after 2.5 years when he was, and still when he started talking the words 2 times at once. Means he uttered means spoke. He spoke everything twice, means 2 times. Einstein did not know what to do with other children. Means he was not like other child. He was not like other children because he didn't understand what to do with other students. So it was a big problem for him. That's why other children also did not like him, and they called him Brother Boring. The other children used to call him Brother Boring. So move to the next slide. So the youngster played by himself much of the time. So most of the time he used to play with himself. Means he was all alone and used to play with himself. He especially loved mechanical toys. Here, at a very early age, he started loving the mechanical toys. Okay, from here his interest was revealed. That his interest was in mechanical toys. He loved to play with mechanical toys like the cars, big machines type toys. Looking at his newborn sister Maja, his sister name was Maja, he is said to have said, "Fine, but where are her wheels?" When Albert Einstein first time saw his little sister, the newborn baby, when he saw his sister, he surprisingly said that, "Where is her wheels?" It means the word wheels refers to her legs. The word wheels refers to her legs. See, he was so interested at playing mechanical toys that he could not understand. He thought that his newborn sister was like a machine. So he was searching her legs, and the legs used as wheels. Okay, so move to the next slide. A headmaster once told his father that what Einstein chose as a profession wouldn't matter because he will never make a success at anything. Einstein began learning to play the violin. So, see, headmaster means the principal of the school told his father, because the principal of the school noticed that Albert Einstein was not like other children. He was behaving like abnormally. He was behaving abnormally at the school. That's why the school principal told his father that whatever subject he chose, he would choose in any field, he will not succeed. He will not get success. So, being a teacher, this negative statement his principal gave. See, later on, Einstein began learning to play the violin at the age of 6. When he was only 6 years old, he started learning violin. What is violin? Violin is a kind of instrument, musical instrument. So he started learning at the age of 6 because his mother wanted him to. Why he started learning? Because he loved, because her mother wanted him to learn that violin. So he later became a gifted amateur violinist, maintaining this skill throughout his life. So amateur means doing something for personal enjoyment rather than as a profession. So he started learning violin, and later on he became one of the masters of this musical instrument. So he became very fine in this part, playing musical instrument violin. Okay, so move on to the next slide. But Albert Einstein was not a bad pupil. He was not bad student. He was not, pupil means student. So he was not a bad student. He went to high school in Munich, where Einstein's family had moved when he was 15 months old, and scored good marks in almost every subject. So he was not bad student. He was good, and he scored good marks when he was in high school in Munich. Einstein hated the school's regimentation. What is regimentation? Regimentation, order or discipline taken to an extreme. Means he did not like extreme discipline in the school campus. So he hated the school's regimentation, means extreme discipline, and often clashed with his teachers. At the age of 15, Einstein felt so stifled there that he left the school for good. So he was not feeling comfortable because of strict disciplines. So he felt very bad there, and for good. For good means forever. For good means forever. So forever he left the school. Forever he left the school. See the next slide. The previous year, Albert's parents had moved to Milan and left their son with relatives after prolonged discussion. Einstein got his wish to continue his education in German speaking Switzerland in a city which was more liberal than Munich. So, liberal means willing to understand and respect others' opinions. Liberal means like freedom. So, there he felt where in German, as he wanted to educate himself in the city of Germany. So, his wish completed by his father, because he was left with his relatives in Germany after a long discussion, and he continued his education in the city of German, and there he felt quite comfortable because it was liberal than Munich. Okay, so move to the next slide. See students, Einstein was highly gifted in mathematics. We all know that Einstein was a person with highly gifted of mathematics. At the same time, he and interested in physics. At the same time, he was quite comfortable with physics. His interest was there in the subject of physics. And after finishing school, he decided to study at a university in Zurich. Zurich is another city or another place of or in Switzerland. Zurich. But science wasn't the only thing that appealed to the dashing young man with the world's moustache. Say, he was highly gifted of mathematics as well as his interest was in physics. So, he continued his study in the University of Zurich in Switzerland. But science wasn't the only thing that appealed to the dashing young man. Dashing young man means a man who is quite smart or quite charming. So, dashing young man with the world's moustache. What is world's moustache? World's moustache. See the photograph of Einstein in 90s at the age of 21. When he was only 21 years old, he was quite dashing young man, and his moustache, the style, world's moustache is a kind of moustache shape. So you can see on the photograph he had moustache. So that is a special kind of shape called world's moustache. He also felt a special interest in a fellow student, Maliva Merrick, whom he found to be a clever creature. This young serf had come to Switzerland because the university in Zurich was one of the few in Europe where women could get degrees. So, not only he was interested in mathematics, physics, but he was interested in women. So, he met a woman called Maliva Merrick, and he found that the lady was quite interesting and quite intelligent. He found this lady quite intelligent, and the lady was from Savaria. Okay, that's the place name. That's why it is written here. So, had come to Switzerland. So, this lady had come to Switzerland because the university in Zurich was, because he came to the Switzerland because Zurich University in Zurich was one of the few universities in Europe who allowed the women to complete their degrees. because in Europe, in those days, we are talking about a long ago, in those days, the universities generally did not allow the women to complete their higher qualification, but university in Zurich was one of the few universities in Europe that allowed the women to complete or to continue their higher qualification. So that's why Maliva came. Okay, students. So Albert Einstein was not only was interested in mathematics, physics, but also he was interested in women, and he made this guide in the University of Zurich. And up to here, today I have completed in this video, students. So I will continue the chapter in my next videos. So please see my next videos, go through my next video that I will upload after next day. Thank you very much. Bye.